What's up, guys? I'm BTC. A new patch today managed to fix some stuff, also managed to break some stuff, and also an update on that new hero teaser on Eco Point, Antarctica. Let's take a quick trip back to Eco Point, Antarctica, and yes, it is Eco Point, not Echo Point. I kept saying that. It wasn't just mispronunciation, though. I was actually getting it confused with Echo Base from Star Wars, which is on Hoth. So, Empire Strikes Back, the beginning takes place on Hoth with Echo Base. And also, a really good old N64 game called Shadow of the Empire starts out on Echo Base. But anyways, so it's Eco Point, Echo Base. Eco Point, Echo Base. So here on Eco Point, I wanted to show you the Overwatch symbols, and they're color-coded depending on what part of Overwatch they're in. So the normal orange is the main one, then you have red, which is Blackwatch, you have green, which is Eco Point, and then there's a blue one, and I thought that the blue one might have to do with underwater stuff because the only place that I found it at the time was on an underwater scuba skin for Winston. But, as it turns out, maybe that's not it. Maybe it has to do with just Science Division in general, because on some places on this map, you can see that there's the orange one right there, but then on the coffee cup, there's blue. And then let me show you outside here, on the side of the truck here, it's also blue. So, is blue Science Division? Is it Underwater Division? Was there a continuity error on this map? Should all of those have been green? That would probably would have made a lot more sense if they were all green than having a variety of the different colors. That is to assume that the colors actually mean something. But from what we've seen in some of the Overwatch comics, it does seem like the colors on the logo does mean what division it is. So it just seems like there's a continuity error on this particular map. Also, there's another thing that I wanted to point out here. Someone mentioned that this is May's room, and it says, "Happy Birthday, May." And on the bottom left, they pointed out that it says there's a little G initial, but that isn't actually a G. It looks like it's just a swirl to kind of make a decoration, because on the bottom right, you can see another swirl, but it's kind of cut off by the edge of the paper. So that doesn't look like it's signed by Gray or whoever that person is. It looks like it's just a swirl, and that's it. So there you go. I was wrong about there not being any more of the blue ones, unfortunately, and also the happy birthday sign is not really signed by Gray, it's just kind of swirls. So whether or not this is actually something that was supposed to be there, well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. There was a patch earlier today that was supposed to fix a couple of things. It didn't quite do what it was supposed to, and it also managed to break some other things. So first up, if you've noticed that your game has been crashing quite a bit, this is caused by a new bug that was just basically added to the game, which is from having a different language for the text and for the audio. So if you have different languages for that set up in your BattleNet, then it might cause your game to crash quite frequently. So the way to fix this is to just switch them both to the same language, and then you should be fine. Now, Blizzard is aware of this and they're working on a fix, but in the meantime, just switch it to one language between text and audio and you'll be fine. Now, another thing was that they did a visual effects update to Bastion, because before, his attack was really, really bright, and it was also fairly large, the little Lego flame thing, and if you look at the Sentry mode. So what it looks like they did is it looks like they might have kind of toned it down just a little bit, made it not so bright. And also, when enemies are looking at you and you're attacking, it is very obvious, very clear that you're attacking now. So if there was any issues before, then, you know, even though they toned it down for your perspective, it still looks the same, or still looks like what it should for the enemies as well. So just looks like they might have toned it down just a little bit. And also, the other thing was that they reverted edge placement changes for the ground-targeted abilities like Reaper's Shadow Step, May's Ice Wall, and Symmetra's Teleporter. Now, this is like the third time that I've had to talk about this. The first time was when it was totally broken. Second time was it was partially broken. And now, it still looks like it's actually partially broken. So, like, right up here, it looks fine. And over here, it looks fine. But you can see it still has that little snapping effect rather than being smooth on the ground. But let me show you over here, because on these ledges is where it really shines. So you can see, like, I can't even place it on the edge. I still cannot place it on the edge. It's still trying to go up top. Now, if I, like, aim at the corner, then yeah. or like it does this little flicker nonsense. Like, this is just aggravating. And if I'm right here, okay, so you can place it like right there, and then over here. All right, so look at this. Like, you can't look at the edge. You look up, look up, look up. Oh, there it is. Like, it's partially fixed. I don't know. I don't know. It still seems broken to me. It still seems at least a little bit broken. Like, just the, I don't know. I really think that they should make it so, and I've said this in the previous ones, when you look at the ledge, put it on the ledge, right? Like, that makes sense. If I want to put it, if I'm trying to put it there on the ground, then I look at that spot on the ground. If I want to put it over there, then I look at that spot on the ground. If I want to put it on the ledge, then I look at the ledge, right? I shouldn't, like, looking up into the air, like, it just doesn't, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't feel like that's where you should be looking. And I don't know, it just, I don't know. I think they need to do a lot of work on these particular abilities. Let me go and show you with some of the other characters as well, just to kind of show you. I didn't use Symmetra in the last couple, so let me just show you. So, like, I can't place it on the ledge right there. It's trying to put it further back, which isn't necessarily a big deal, but like, it's still clearly not placing it where you want it. So, like, this one's actually closer. This is closer to being on the edge. But I mean, even then, it's still not putting it. It's putting it close, but it's not actually on the ledge. I don't know, whatever. I think they still need to do some work on that. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.